Well, imagine that you've got an old item that you're thinking of throwing away, but instead of trashing it, you're going to find another use for it. You could give the product more life while benefiting the environment in the process. This is an art known as upcycling. Today is World Upcycling Day, a day that is meant to raise awareness and celebrate the act of repurposing items so they are not going to waste. By doing so, it could help reduce the amount of trash ending up in landfills and even preserve natural resources.
Repurposing items is an integral part in our world, in our lives. We have a finite amount of resources, and if we're able to repurpose them, then we don't have to rely on mining new ones or getting new ones. So making sure that we're not always faulting to recycling, but we're trying to find ways to change behaviors so that we can reduce what we're consuming, and then as a next resort, trying to reuse it, trying to repurpose it, upcycling it.
Experts say upcycling is a great way to be creative. For example, you can cut up an old t-shirt and use it as a rag instead of paper towels, or use an old glass container as a way to grow plants. Now, there are many ways that we can participate in the art of upcycling. You can buy items secondhand and give it a new look to make it your own. And there are places all over South Central PA where you can do just that. Fox 43's Sedona Meadows joins us live in York at one of those very spots. Good morning, Sedona. So how is that shopping checklist going?
Good morning. Yeah, I have been finding so many unique items here at the York Habitat Restore, which is an extension of the York Habitat for Humanity nonprofit. So it's really cool. You can find really unique items here. You never know what you're going to find. And when I was walking through, I found some kayak paddles, which is so interesting. Like what store would you find that in? But it's all a great way to upcycle, to find items and then, repurpose them to make it your own. And here to talk a bit more about that is Natasha, who is the executive director of York Habitat for Humanity. Natasha, tell me a bit about Restore, what you guys are all about.
Yeah, so our Restore is really special. It's really unique. As you said, you never know what you're going to find here. Yes, we had a ton of kayak paddles, brand new, donated to us. So as you're walking around, you're going to see items that we sell to families, and we cater to low-income families, not only when we build habitat homes, but we want them to be able to afford everything that's in this store. So all of the items that you find here are very affordable, and everything that we sell, 100% of the proceeds come directly back to York Habitat.
That is fantastic. I love that so much. And I know that, since we've been here, I've been kind of looking at some of the items, and you got $20 couches here, $15 couches. Like, talk about affordable.
Yes, absolutely. And we do that for a reason. These things were donated to us, and we are trying to make money off of them so that we can continue building homes. But again, we know families need to be able to make their homes that they currently have cozy at a very affordable price. So that's what we focus on.
That is awesome. And I understand, you have had customers come in here, buy something, and completely repurpose it, make it their own. Tell me some examples of that, what you've seen.
Yes, those are always really exciting for us to see, and we encourage our customers to, tell us what are you doing with that item, especially if it's an item that we are kind of like, that's kind of an older item. Why are you purchasing it? We love hearing them say, oh, yeah, we're going to take this and turn it into a changing table. We're going to change it into a wardrobe. We're going to upcycle this and change it into, we have a cash wrap out there. So we've seen so many different things that have been created out of old pieces of furniture, and it's just wonderful. We don't want these items going into the landfill, so when anybody can take them and repurpose them, that's our goal.
That's awesome. And then items that you don't sell also don't go to waste.
Correct. So we have a tag system here, and after 2 weeks, we start reducing the items. Once it gets past the final tag, which is 75% off, if it doesn't sell, we donate it to another nonprofit who helps families who can't afford furniture.
Wow, that is awesome. And I understand you guys are open, Tuesday through Saturday. You're closed Sundays and Mondays, and I know you guys opened special for us today, which is really sweet. And then I know you were saying that Saturday you guys have a special sale going on, right?
Yes, so this Saturday we have a very special sale, and it tends to bring in a large crowd. The entire store is 50% off.
Wow, that is an incredible sale already. There are incredible prices, so that is awesome. So it's a great place to find your items, make it yourself, make it new, and upcycle those items. But I'm going to send it back to you, Alex.
All right, so Sedona, are you going with the paddles then, or are you waiting until Saturday?
I may wait till Saturday because 50% off what's already a great price. You can't beat that.
That's the answer I expected. Good job. All right. Thank you very much. We'll hear more from you coming up a little bit later.